Good day everyone. Today I will be discussing a meta-analysis on scholarly studies on cultural adoption and expatriate adjustment in tourism careers abroad. So, this report explores how tourism workers adapt when they work in foreign countries and what factors help or challenge their adjustment. In the tourism industry, employees constantly engage with people from different cultures. Because of this expatriates, meaning workers assigned abroad, experience cultural transition that affect their job performance, well-being, and satisfactions. So in my discussion, summarizes 15 scholarly case studies and connects them with major theories and cultural adjustment. This helps us understand the patterns of how tourism workers adapt in different countries. So, the purpose of this meta-analysis is threefold. First, to identify common patterns in expatriate adaptation. Second, to compare findings across tourism sectors such as hotels, resorts, cruise ships, and travel agencies. And third, to provide insights can help future tourism professionals who want to work abroad. So, for theoretical lens, this report is grounded on 5 major theories. So first one is U-curve theory, which says people go through honeymoon, crisis, recovery, and adjustment stages. So for example for this is like igabot bitaw nimo sa abroad, like excited ka at first week, but then mga pila ka days like maka-feel ka og kanang what do you call this, like homesick, and then maabot ka sa crisis stage. So for culture shock theory, which explains the stress caused by cultural environments. So like kanang ma-shock ka nga dili sila mo smile sa strangers, like lahi ilahang dining manners, like makaingon ka nga hala lahi lagi ni. So that's what the cultural shock theory. So for number 3, Black Cross Cultural Adjustment Model, which identifies personal, job, organizational, and non-work factors. So for like dali ra ka maka-adjust sa new environment cause sa imong supportive nga management, like klaro, like naay klaro nga instructions. So for acceleration theory, which includes integration, assimilation, separation, and marginalization. Like example for this is kanang mag-mix ka sa foreign culture pero magkeep hapon ka sa Pinoy values, like murag blend but not lost. So for social support theory, which highlights the importance of emotional and community support. So for example is like kusog ka maka-adjust kung naay kapwa Filipino sa workplace, like makapangutana ka like unsaon ni, like that. So for methodology overview, for this meta-analysis I reviewed 15 per reviewed case study from hotels, resorts, cruise lines, and travel agencies across countries like Japan, UAE, Singapore, South Korea, and more. The first case study focuses on expatriates in Japanese hospitalities. Many struggle with Japan's strict hierarchy norms, like for example, murag di ka basta-basta maka-direct sa boss, dito so like kinahanglan jud ka polite and structured. However, companies that offered mentorship help employees adjust faster, consistent with Black model. So for the second case examines Filipino hotel workers in the UAE They experience strong culture shock due to strict cultural expectation. Like example for this is dili ka makabasta-basta o paris-parehas og clothes or actions. So kinahanglan jud ka musunod sa rules kay lahi ilahang culture. So, supportive Filipino communities help their emotional adjustment, social support theory. So, the third case features interns in Singapore resorts who felt stressed during the early weeks due to performance pressure. So, for example is murag maingon sila nga hala ka pressure oy pero taas kaayo ilahang standard, but eventually naanad sila to following the U-curve pattern. So this study looks at cruise ship employees and multinational teams. Misunderstanding were common at first, like dahil lahi og accent usahay dili magkasinabot, so magkatawa na lang sila. So training reduced conflict, an example of integration under acceleration theory. So, the fifth case involves Western tour guide in Thailand. Language barriers slowed their adjustment. Example, lisod sila kaayo musturya og Thai, so dili bitaw dayon ta makasabot sa clients. So, but as they develop empathy and cultural sensitivity, they adjust better. Studies 6 to 10 show that Australian hotel managers in China adapted through mentorship. Example, dili sila kabalo sa local work ethics pero gi-guide sila sa locals. So for Korean chefs in US resort relied on ethnic food communities. Example, murag kita bitaw nangita jud tag Pinoy food para maka-comfort nato. So Filipino spa therapists in Hong Kong adapted through integration. Example, nakatuon sila sa culture pero nagabilin gihapon ilang Filipino warm. European drive instruction in Indonesia adjusted faster when cultural curious. So example is katong ganahan mo try local food and customs, mas dali nakablend. So, Middle Eastern staff in Maldives benefited from organizational support. Example ani is katong klaro ilang schedule og training, dili ka mailisdan. So, the last 5 studies show African safari workers in UAE improved through
clarity. Example, kung klaro imahang tax, dili na ka maglibog. So for Indian tour planners in Japan needed longer adjustment. Example is rigid kaayo ang work culture sa Japan, strict but fair ra. So Filipino flight attendant adapted well after multicultural
crew training. Example is
Brag training pala.
na sila unsaon pag-handle sa foreigners. So for American resort managers in Vietnam adjusted through language learner. Example,
like mas
basic lang nga Vietnamese lang makatabang na jud kaayo. So for
European
bartender in Macau benefited
From
support groups. Example ani is kanang makastorya ka sa uban staff after shift and makarelax ka. So for cross-case themes across all studies, these themes constantly appeared. Language skills strongly predict adjustment. Example, bisag basic hello and thank you, like makadali jud siya og trabaho. So for social support reduces culture shock. Example, kanang makauban kag Filipino nga lami na kaayo ang feelings. So for mentorship speeds up workplace adaptations. So 4 is cultural flexibility increases satisfaction. Example for this is kanang kung open-minded ka, mas dali ra jud ang kinabuhi. So for number 5, organizational support in crucial during the first months. So for implication for tourism careers, so these findings show that future tourism professionals need pre-departure cultural training. So para bitaw dili ka ma-shock sa first week. And then sa support system and per communities, example is kanagdaa kay kababata or kauban nga Pinoy. So for intercultural communication programs, mentorship for first 90 days, mental health support, example labad kaayo sa ulo kung wa kay support, so need jud kaayo na kay support. So for the conclusion, so the last page of my report, so to conclude, cultural adaptation is a continuous process. Expatriates succeed when they have strong support system, organizational guidance, and personal openness to learner. Example is like atong mga OFWs, makaingon ka nga lisod sa sugod pero maanad ra, and that is the key to becoming globally competitive in tourism. Thank you. That's it for my report.